Hey, this is Tyler. Welcome back to the table. I wanted to take just a couple minutes here to give you an update on what's been going on with me and why I haven't really been posting a lot this past year, and then also sort of some sneak peeks on what's going to be coming up with the channel. So for me, I'm a full-time pastor. That's my day job. I love it. My wife and I, we homeschool. We have two kids, and that's been occupying a ton of my time this past year. Not to mention, at the beginning of the year, my wife and I became foster parents, and so we are licensed foster parents here in Florida, and we love it. It's one of the joys of our life, but that requires a lot, and that has been intense over this past year. And so we've had the privilege of having 3 or 4 placements with us, some very short, some very long. And they've all been placed with family or whatever now. So, but that's been a lot, and we are still open. We still might be receiving more foster kids in the future, but that has been a huge thing that has been happening this past year that has kind of taken up a lot of our time, mental capacity, spiritual capacity. So, obviously, and then I'm a pastor, and so the pastoring, the church that I'm leading and helping to lead has been doing amazing. I have talked in various ways on the channel before about the structure of church we have. It's unique. We are everybody, if you come to our church, you would think it's a normal, Sunday morning style church. But in the midst of that church, we actually are comprised of almost a dozen individual house churches spread all throughout our area, and more to come. And so each one of those house churches has its own pastor, has its own shepherd over it that's leading it, and then we all gather in a citywide gathering on Sunday. So I am on a eldership board that oversees those house churches, and so that's been a lot of fun. It's been amazing, but it's a lot of work. And so, and the last thing that has been sort of taking up my time, my excuses for not posting this year, has been, for some reason, I started going back to school. I got my English degree from USF in Florida, and I've always wanted a degree in theology. And for some reason, over the past couple months, I bit the bullet, and I am in my master's program for biblical studies right now. So super fun, really engaging, but it's a lot of work. And so, yeah, those things are the sort of the reasons I haven't been posting a ton, but it's still in my heart to keep doing this. And so I finally got to the place where I'm like, you know what, I got to start getting into the ball game again. I got to get back in the saddle. Been missing it, missing interacting with people on the channel. And so some of the stuff to come, really excited. This time away has been giving me a chance to really think and pray and just process with friends about what I want the channel to be. And I think the channel is going to be changing a little bit over the next future of whatever we're doing. We had some small modicum of success with a couple handful of videos, mostly reactions with apologetics. I love apologetics. It's super interesting to me. And me and just like several other YouTubers started reacting to apologists and then giving commentary on the back end. Really awesome. Kind of did it just because I thought it was interesting, and then all of a sudden, boom, it blew up, and it really accelerated what small growth the channel's experienced. Accelerated it pretty quickly. And I love doing that, but I don't want to just do that. And so it becomes kind of monotonous over a while because there's only so many questions that college kids can ask. So what I really enjoy doing is what we were sort of doing right before we kind of took our hiatus. We're doing interviews and talking with experts in theology and sociology and science, all this sort of stuff, talking with those people and hearing their expertise, getting insight. And I'm really excited. That's where we're going to be heading in the future here with the channel, really focusing more on those interviews and experiencing sort of what experts and getting to talk to people who are leading in those fields. Really neat. And we probably will do some reactions and some other shorter content along here and there. But yeah, I'm really excited to dive deep into some of those conversations that are really enriching, really life-giving. And I know they're going to impact me, and I know they're going to impact you as well. Um, Another thing is I love doing YouTube, but it kind of sucks to do it alone. And so I don't know how some of these guys who have been doing it for years, they just sit in front of a camera and talk. Mike Winger, Alan Parr, all these guys. What do you mean? That's wild. I've been doing it, and I did it for about a year, and I couldn't keep. I was like, I need to talk to somebody. And so obviously we're going to be doing interviews, but in those interviews, a lot of times my friends, some of my deep friends who have this similar interest in me, are going to be coming on and doing some of those interviews with me, interviewing the guest with me. So that'll be awesome. Like sort of a team aspect, and I'm excited to share some of those guys with you and have them on. So I'm really excited, man, to jump back in. We already have a couple interviews slated in the pipeline. And so super excited. Be watching for those to air maybe in the next week or so. And yeah, be praying for us. Deuces. Talk to you guys later. Bye.